Hello. Huskies back again with more Washington Capitals GM Friendship Mode commentary. Last video we did it. We climbed the mountain. We won the cup. We got Ovechkin his I don't know if I'd say overdue, but definitely our most lackluster season probably. But we did it. This team won. I'm on the East, right? We won in 7 against the Penguins. We won in 7 against the Islanders. We won in 7 against the Senators, and then we beat the Ducks in 5. Kind of an anticlimactic Stanley Cup final, to be honest with you. Um, Fully anticipated like a 6-7 game series there because of Anaheim's depth, age, skill. That was not the case. Um, Player stats for the playoffs: Ovechkin at 22 points. I'm assuming he won the Conn Smythe. Backstrom at 21 and 21 games. So if he hadn't gotten hurt, might have been a little easier. But him getting hurt, and who else got hurt? Alzner got hurt. Alzner missed 3 games. And Backstrom missed 5. The only person that might take it is Holtby. He had a 260. Yeah, no, it'll be. I'm assuming it's Ovechkin. And I want to see how he did points. With Corey Perry had 30 points. So he would have won the Conn Smythe for them, probably. Hoffman at 24 and 20. Man. Druin, Raquel, Getzlaff, Kane, 19 games, 18 points. Taves, 19 games, 18 points. So, it's nice to see these players on my team showing their worth. What are lowest goals against? And damn, 7.5, 6.2. Eef. Lack was good. Laner was good. Quick was good. Grice was really good. Man. Interesting how these playoffs played out. I did not expect. The West pretty much shook out as I anticipated it. The experienced teams won. And in the East, there really is no experienced teams aside from Washington and Pittsburgh. The rest of those teams aren't really playoff teams on a yearly basis. The Red Wings are. But the Sabres, the Leafs, the Senators, the Islanders, the Hurricanes, these are bottom tier teams. Well, I guess the Sens and the Leafs are playoff teams in real life right now. But other than that, I was just very surprised. I'm really surprised that it took us fucking 21 games, max amount of games the first 3 rounds. Alright, I want to see the awards. I don't think Ovechkin won the Art Ross this year. I also don't think he won the. He only had 49 goals. He didn't win the Richard, right? That was somebody else. Yeah, Eichel won it. Yeah, Eichel beat him by 1 goal. Eichel's a 98 overall. Holy shit. I still don't think I've ever seen somebody hit 99 overall. He's a 98 at 22. Even Tarasenko's only 93. Where's McDavid? I'm interested to see some of these overall. Jake Virtanen at 54 points. Connor McDavid. He's a 95. That's absurd. Wow. 98 overall. 22 years old. So, ideally he'll be a 99, I would assume. 50 goals. Still haven't looked at awards. Making my way there. There we go. I knew I'd get there eventually. Alright, Stanley Cup goes to us. President's Trophy. Yeah, we had a. Let's see, so the past 3 years. Nope, Montreal, Chicago, Washington, Minnesota, Dallas, Florida, Washington. Interesting. Florida went to the Cup back-to-back years. Year 1 and year 2. Player Wars, Art Ross, Corey Perry. Phil Kessel wins the Hart. Carlson wins the Norris. And the Bing. Sprong won the Calder. Should have traded for him. No. Wow, Vinny Hinostroza won the Calder. Interesting. Patrick Laine. Yep. Oh, wow. Backstrom got the Conn Smythe. I guess that point per game was enough. Luongo won it for Florida. Vesna went to Dubnik. Jennings went to Dubnik. Jay Merrill got the Masterson. Ryan Getzlaff won the Selke. Wow, he's going to 2 years. Kessler won the Lindsay. And Jack Eichel wins the Maurice Richard. I'm surprised he won the Richard. Really surprised. Alright, so let's start the draft. I don't exactly remember what picks I have. Fucking New York is the first and the third. Do I have a first round pick? I do. Cool. I really probably should have went in and like seen what I have to work with here before doing the draft, so I knew what I was getting myself into. Because I remember saying that I want to kind of build this team to a top 6 kind of deal. Trade Draisaitl, trade Kuznetsov, and kind of work my way towards that top 6 with a Now the big question is, if I want to go top 6, oh excuse me, Backstrom, Galchenyuk, Kuznetsov, Rasmussen. This Rasmussen, he's gonna be NHL ready next season. I want to hold on to Charlie Coyle for that third line center. What does Draisaitl make? Draisaitl makes 4. What does Coyle make? Coyle makes 3.2. And I have to re-sign Draisaitl. No, I don't. I don't have to re-sign anybody. Left wings Ovechkin and Drouin. Right wings Gallagher, Burakovsky, Roberts, White. So I would need to sign at least a right winger and a left winger. Defensively, my defense is fine. My defense is pretty stacked, honestly. That trade to bring in Stetcher and Larson really paid off. And hope he's not going anywhere. I need a backup goalie, ideally, because Khudobin has to be resigned, and I'm not bringing him back. He had 1 win in 1 game. I mean, he won his 1 game in the playoffs, but in the regular season, he was trash. This team is not a regular season team. So now the question becomes, do I up and trade Kuznetsov for this for like the first or the third overall pick? He only had 46 points, and he played on the first line. Like, I feel like I should dump Kuznetsov. Like, if I do this, is this? I hit the A button. There we go. My game is really fucking slow right now. So that's actually Kuznetsov for a first, the first overall pick. I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to try to get New York's third round pick, or a third overall pick. Just because I think Kuznetsov is, like, he's a nice fit, but I feel like they have 24 million in cap space. Look at this team. Velarde, and that's it. Like, this is a very average team. I mean, this McDonald kid's probably good. They don't want to trade any of their early picks, huh? You won't give me a first and a third for Kuznetsov? Yeah. I want to try to get something in addition to this first pick. Brandon Peary? Can I get Peary? Peary in a first for Kuznetsov? Nah. Jesper Fast, maybe? Jesper Fast in a first for Evgeny Kuznetsov? Damn, I'd have to give up more, huh? That's not worth it then. I'll just wait until the re-sign phase and see if I can get something. Cause I don't have much cap space anyway. So Kuznetsov, I mean, he only makes 5.2, which is good for an 88 overall. But he's not putting points on the board, and he's playing on the first. He played most of that season with Ovechkin and Backstrom. I just feel like I don't have a spot for him. Fringe starter, okay. Bottom 6, twist forward. I'm actually gonna take, I'm gonna take the playmakers. I have snipers. I'm gonna up this phrase, you guys. I have to go all the way over here. Top 9. Not the best, not the worst. There were only 2 elite players taken. Interesting. Weidman was traded to the Blackhawks. Objectivity. Weidman, UC Okinen. First round pick. Man, so the Hawks are loading up on Derek Pouliot. Is Derek Pouliot the dude in Pittsburgh? Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Where's Pittsburgh? They were a playoff team, right? Yeah. Is this where Pouliot is? Or is that a different Pouliot? Oh, that is this one. Do I still have Alsner? Well, he's unhappy. Probably don't have to give up too much to get him. They want Alsner. Alsner's still pretty high trade value. What's Pouliot's overall? Not gonna tell me, is it? No. Well, he's unhappy, so I'm assuming his overall is better than an 80 because he's got good trade value. So I assume he's an 83, 84 overall. He's an offensive defenseman, which is kind of what I need. He's 25, can I get something else with him? See, I like Alsner's cap hit, though. That's the only issue. Who else are you trying to give away? This dude's 20. Belmaki. What else do I want? They have a backup goalie they can give me. I mean, I could just... not really. Could just take the second. I don't think that's enough, though. A second round pick and Pouliot for Alsner. Because Alsner's what, an 87? It won't let me look. Come on. Come on. Yeah, Alsner's an 87. He's 30 years old. If I go to my defense, does this really hurt me if I move him? Because he struggled all season, didn't he? He struggled the past 2 seasons. He was a +5. So he got better. I feel like I need an offensive defenseman. I think I have an abundance of defensive defensemen. Two-way defensive, two-way, 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 two-way. Yeah. Actually, what does Russell make? Russell makes 3.8. Let's, they want Russell. Oh, my game is so slow right now. This is insane. Well, they do 1-for-1. Oh, shit, they did. Alright, so I just picked up Derek Pouliot for Chris Russell. That saves me cap. I really think Pouliot's like an 84, 85. He's younger. I like that trade. I really like that trade. Alright, 4th round pick. Let's see if I can find somebody that might be useful. German 7th defenseman. AHL top 6, AHL top 2. Yeah, we'll take the German defenseman. Low top 6? I'm just going to sim the rest of the draft. I only have 4th, so it's nothing really worth anything. Alright, but I like that Pouliot trade. I think that's a step in the right direction to kind of starting to live without possibly some forwards. So let's see who we have to sign. I have a couple of big contracts up next year. All expiring. I don't have to sign anybody, which is good because I don't have any cap space. I only have 10 million in cap space. I want to sign... He's up here. I want to sign Rasmussen to his entry level. I want to offer this dude qualifying. I want to sign Larson. See if I can get him for that. This Dietz guy, he wants a two-way. Rodin, I'll sign you just in case. Christian Thomas, you can go. Don't have to sign you. Qualify. I'm also going to be re-signing a bunch of people in free agency to fill up my AHL team. Because right now I only have 23 contracts. I need to check goalies. Khudobin I can let go. I don't have any interest in Khudobin. Fuck you, Kuznetsov. So let's see who I have to sign next year. Next year I have to sign Drouin, Draisaitl, Burakovsky, Pouliot, Bowie, Backstrom, Coyle, and Holtby. So I have to sign a lot of. Well, no, I don't. Yeah, I do have to sign Holtby. So I have to sign a lot of people next season. I have to sign Ovechkin in 2 years. He's 33. I wonder if he'll get to that re-sign point. Backstrom, Backstrom 31. Oh, do I move Backstrom and move Kuznetsov to that first line? Backstrom's face-offs on that first line are too key. Yeah, no, Kuznetsov is not a first-line center. He doesn't have the face-offs for it. Draisaitl makes 4.1. Just kind of seeing how I want to set this up, because ideally it's Backstrom, Galchenyuk, Coyle. Those are my 1, 2, 3, because Coyle's a good... Oh, actually, do I want to hold on to Draisaitl and move Coyle? Draisaitl's a little more expensive, but he really doesn't bring anything else that Coyle doesn't. They both kind of lack in the defensive areas. So Coyle had 36 points and was a -5. Draisaitl had 38 and was a +6. They were on the same line, weren't they? I don't know. Left wings, we have Ovechkin and Duran. Yeah, that's Gallagher, Burakovsky. Then I have Rasmussen, who's a 76. Probably because he got offered a contract. Yeah. And defensemen. Defensemen are fine. My defensemen are set. Yeah, Pouliot's an 85, so that was a good deal. Like I said, he's a mil cheaper. He's a mil cheaper. He's 7 years younger. Yeah, I like that deal. I'm glad they took that. He just was not happy in Pittsburgh. Alright, so let's sim a day, see who signs. Van Stay. I need a goalie. Alright, so everybody accepted. I have 6.9 in cap space. I really don't have a need anywhere, to be honest. Like, all my team is pretty much set. I think I'm just gonna tender quote a few guys. Let's see, nope. Tendered, unsigned, tendered, unsigned. I don't think I have to sign any of those guys. I'm just gonna sim to free agency and see what's out there. Carlisle. I don't know how to say his name. Alright, so let's see what's out here for agency. 6.9. Derek Brassard would be a nice grab for that second line. But at the same time, I don't really need centers, I need wingers. Jeff Skinner would be nice, but at the same time, I don't really need... I need third line guys. And there's really nothing down here for, like, depth players. If Henry didn't want 6.7, he might be someone to look into. Come on. Ooh, Bobrovsky, Ward, Halak. I'm gonna throw Ward an offer. I don't need a starter. I need a backup. Ward can be a good backup for the season. As long as he doesn't progress badly. Miku Koivu. Actually, he wants $4 million. Zach Smith. Is Koivu a second liner or a third? He's a second liner. I'm gonna throw Koivu an offer. He's 36. He probably won't get past this season. Trying to see who's got good defense down here. Brad Richardson wouldn't be a bad choice either. Ideally, I want that fourth line to be. Throw him an offer too. Alright, we'll see what we get. I don't think I'm going to really retool this roster this season. We did just win the Stanley Cup, and I don't have to re-sign anybody. Like, Cam Ward went to Colorado, Brad Richardson accepted. Alright. I still need a goalie. I have 5.8 and I offered him 4, so I have about $1.5 to spend. We'll throw a lock an offer, I guess. He wants 2. I don't want to throw him an offer. No, I'm not signing Khudobin. I'll sign Hutchinson. Khudobin was terrible. I'm not doing that again. Really hope we get Koivu. Koivu went to the Devils. Man, that was like the perfect fit. He was a great third line center. Alright, at least we got a goalie. I still have 5.1. I wonder if I just hold on to this until... Kyle Stitcher is a grinder. Good defense. Sure. See if I can grab him. I wouldn't be able to get Skinner. See if they match him. Alright, and then what I want to do is go through here and see who wants 2 ways. If you want a 2-way, done. You're restricted. I don't want. Well, actually, I could probably still grab you. Just try to restock my AHL team with half decent players that are. So my AHL team doesn't look so barren. And who knows, maybe somebody turns into something. Two-way deal. Glendening, nope, you don't want 2-way. You want a 2-way. You don't want a 2-way? Well, you're just going to be an AHL deal anyway. Alright. Let's see, who did I offer a contract to? That mattered, Chipchura? Alright, he accepted. Oh, somebody rejected me. Alright, so Armia rejected, Chase DeLow rejected. Everybody else accepted, except under one other dude. Alright, so I got Joel Armia for my AHL team. Alright, I'm just going to sim the next season. I want to be able to see my lines and all that before I make any moves. Oh no, they're taking my guy. He didn't develop though, so they can have him. Nope, not going to match him. Don't need him. So right now my team is pretty much the same, except that fourth line will be different. I mean, I've got Derek Pouliot instead of Cleon said Russell. That's really it. But yeah, I intend on this series going the normal 5 to 7 year length. This was year 3. Whenever I get to the next GM mode, it will be the relocation. Still debating what team to move. I really don't want to move Arizona because I feel like that's what everybody does. Is they move Arizona gets moved. So I think I might move Carolina somewhere. Also, I'm not entirely sure how I would do the team creation. Because, well, I don't have any way of, like, if I had editing software, I would make it and speed it up. But since I don't have that available, I might just make the team in its own video and then not commentate on it and just leave it running. And if you want to watch it, you can. If not, I'll go over the logo and the jerseys in game. But I'll worry about when I get there, because I'm so pretty much involved in this Capitals one. I want to see if I can win 2 or 3 of them. Because this team is still really good. I don't really want to... I mean, I really didn't have to do much. Like, that Duran trade really helped. This is always the worst part about these sims, is the off-season, because there's literally nothing going on. Yeah, I really don't have anything to talk about during this time. I'm just kind of letting it go. I'm probably going to stop the video once it's done simming, if it ever finishes simming. I wonder if this team will perform. And alright, so let's see what I got to work with here. Manage rosters. Roster moves. Let's see what I'm looking at. I have 3.1 million in cap space. So Ovechkin's a 93. Carlson's a 90. Draisaitl's an 88. Alzner's an 88. Duran's an 87. Larson's an 85. Pouliot's an 85. Like, this team is stacked. I really like that Draisaitl improvement to an 88. The only issue is I have so many first liners now. I don't know what to do with them. Because Draisaitl could be that third line center, but he's not going to be happy with his ice time. And Kuznetsov is pretty much a winger, because, well, he has to be. Alright, and in the system, I have Dietz, Embrich, Rasmussen's a 77, so he'll have 1 more year in the minors, and then he'll be ready. Are any of these guys... Dietz isn't going to change. I could probably call Dietz up. No, this Embrich kid. 91 offensive awareness? Hello. I'm playing him with fucking... Rasmussen. Yeah, buddy. That's sick. Alright, what about goalies? Do I have any goalies in the system? No. Didn't think to do that. What about here? Alright, Hutchinson's still an 80, that's fine. Who do I have up here that probably doesn't belong? Chip Shure probably doesn't need to stay. Or not Chip Shure, Danault. I don't have any defensemen up here, so I'm actually going to call Dietz up. Send Danault down. This way I have I'm losing myself and reading shit. So we put Duran on the first line. I did that last year. I don't think I want that. 80 faceoffs, 79. So if anything I do, at least do this. I don't think I want 2 snipers on the first line with Backstrom. Plus Plus, he is a second line forward, so I can probably go Kuznetsov on that first line. 2 playmakers and a sniper. Actually, let's do this. I really don't want Kuznetsov being a third liner, but one of them has to be. I also don't want Ryan White playing. Who's scratched? Richardson. That's what I want playing. I want that fourth line to be... I mean, Armia's a playmaker. Maybe I don't even play him. He doesn't have good defense. Grinder. Yeah, I think I bench Armia for... Who do I have? I have White and Rodin. I mean, White's got good... maybe with these guys he'll do better. That fourth line is simply just there to not give up goals, hopefully. Coyle, Kuznetsov, Burakovsky, Gallagher, Galchenyuk, Drouin, Draisaitl, Backstrom, Ovechkin. Now, Draisaitl's up here because he's a two-way forward. And I know somebody mentioned that maybe this forward line struggled plus-minus wise because I traded Oshie, who was a two-way forward, and a good one at that. So maybe bringing Draisaitl up here, because his defense got much better. He's got good offensive awareness. Like, he'll be able to score with these guys. So I think he's a good fit for that first line. Honestly, this team is sick. I really don't see how this team is going to struggle. This third line might struggle. Because that power forward playmaker sniper is probably a scoring combination, whereas two-way forward playmaker sniper is a more defensive one. So Coyle might bump up and Gallagher might bump down. I'll have to see how the season plays out. Defensively, I think we're stacked. I'm going to put Pouliot with Carlson and switch their sides. Alsner and Larson, that's good. Bowie and Stetcher, that should be fine. Yeah, this team is... I really like this team. That Draisaitl improvement really helps. Drouin should be able to score on the second line. Burakovsky and Kuznetsov should be able to score on this third line. Kuznetsov's not going to like playing on the third line. I'll tell you that right now, just because his role is first line. But he's just going to have to deal with it. Or I'll put him on the trade block and see what I can get for him. Because if I can get a third line playmaking, or even a third line two-way forward, or even a playmaker with better defense. Alright, I want to set up I want to best lines this. Embrich, he's got 91, so I want him with Rasmussen. And I want Roberts up here. Do I want Roberts on the front? No, he's only got 75 offensive awareness. He'll be there the next season. I think we leave this Partanarin. I don't know how to say his name. He's a two-way forward. Do I want a two-way forward on this line? I'm actually going to put him up there. Because I want Rasmussen. He's medium top 6. Or he's high top 6. And he's 6'4", 206. So he could take Coyle's spot next season if he progresses. And this Embrich kid is 80 overall playmaker with 91 offensive awareness. So he should... These two should be really good. And then defensively, I don't really have much defensively. I don't have anything defensively. So yeah. But there we go. I'll do my special teams off camera. But yeah, comment if you think Kuznetsov is the one I should move. Because he kind of doesn't fit. Because I think Galchenyuk does everything he does, but better. Like, he's got better defensive stats. His senses are better. Oops. We're looking at the wrong guy. His senses are a little worse. They're still 5 stars. I could probably just do it this way. Yeah, they're the same stats star-wise, except Galchenyuk had better defense and physical, and he's cheaper. No, he's not. He's 500,000 more for 2 more years, whereas Kuznetsov is 5 more years. But I think that Kuznetsov has kind of run his way out of this team because he doesn't put up points. Galchenyuk put up points. Kuznetsov had 46 points. Galchenyuk had 62 and was a plus 14. So I think Kuznetsov is like, just comment what you think. I should move Kuznetsov. Like, should I look for a third line two-way forward center and maybe a draft pick or a prospect? Because he's got really good trade value. But yeah, and comment if you think this team will win in the regular season, because we couldn't win in the regular season last season. But as always, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.